Settle for me tonight my sicknesses and my fears. Settle them for me, Sir Buzen, Count the Crafty. Settle them for me, Priest Ruiten the Prayerful. So will we try in all ways thy pain to relieve, yet naught seems availing. Racked is my body with tortures unending, born of the dreams that are surging forever, backward and forward through my brain. Weary. Around thy bed each night have I placed thy samurai, in number 100, to guard thy sleep. Zealously have I prayed in the temple called Mio-In, and during the night hours have knelt at thy house shrine, praying to Buddha, the Lord of the world. Yet have I not slept entirely untortured? Slow are thy prayers in fruit-bearing. Slow, because contending with evil in forms strange and subtle. Over this house hangs a spirit never resting, and ready always for dire deeds. Such a spirit there must be. But what? Evil takes many forms, but the form of a cat is favoured by many devils. A cat? Aye, truly. And if a cat stalked here, that evil thing must we kill. Yet, such is their power malignant, that they take other forms than the forms of cats, even human forms. Ha! And the spirit that visits me may have that. Only twice have it failed of its visit. And those lost visits, when? The last 2 nights. Then, O Prince, the cure may be found. Better than prayers is the cure, for prayers have not ears, have not eyes, have not weapons. Better than prayers is it. Tell me this cure. Is it grudged, Sir Priest? A cure for my lord could not be grudged. Well spoken. Say on, Sir Buzen. First I must beg clemency for thy 100 samurai, for faithful they are to the bone, yet... Yet? Why clemency? For what? On guard, they slept. Slept? Aye, soundly as though deep in sake. And none roused? They were as dead from shortly after the hour of 10 until dawning. Awakening, they knew they had slept, yet knew not when the poppy was thrown in their eyes. Even as one man, none knew, and were deep amazed and full of shame. Each night it was the same. So they slept. While I, on my couch, through the hours writhed and twisted, weakening ever, not sleep, yet dreaming. Oh, horrible dreams. Of what were these horrible dreams? What were their substance? There would come a soft stealing, as of draperies, hushed and lifted for silence in walking, like soft silken draperies, wrapped about stealthy limbs. Then a shape, clothed for sleep as women are clothed, sinuous and vague in movement, then taking a form slowly. The form... A lie. The form. Otoyo. Ah. Came she to me, leaned over me, caressed me, yet soothed not, her lips to mine, her lips but not sweet. Then here on my throat would she place them, and all my life seemed to smother. Out of me flowed the lifeblood in a deep stream, like a tide, forced by the gods against its will, to flow far away and yet farther. So does a vampire sucking her victim, draw from him his blood and his marrow. Guard thy words. As my strength ebbed, she drew back, red-lipped and smiling and laughing, though her laughter was silent. Then, with a final shimmer of silent silk, she vanished. So was it done. So always the dream, if dream it were? The dream. I think yet it was a dream. So is it always. But the last 2 nights, came she as usual, flowing over the floor like a spectre enrobed and beautified, but as she bent over me, she paused, as if startled, and slowly gazing about, turned and was gone. Last night she paused as if speaking to someone, though I could see no one. But the cause of her turning? Turned she startled? Turned she slowly? Turned she wonderingly? Slowly, as if she felt a strange presence. Feared she? She left me.
But trembling or calm?
Calmly, as from a thing hated, and more powerful than she, whom she would not rouse to action.
Good.
What is good?
That which thou speakest of.
How so?
It proves that I have humbly succeeded, through the help of another, 'tis true, but yet succeeded in bringing my lord honourable help.
Indeed, it is so. Say on, very wise counsellor.
Without more words than a fit, this then is the way of the cure. When long had thine illness ravaged and warned thee, and many nights had you tossed by weird visions enthralled, no cures effecting, no prayers availing thee, then counselled I with thy wise ones, and two with priest Ruiten.
Aye, you should name first, for without my prayers your wisdom was naught.
To continue, briefly, all our heads together brought no solution.
True.
Humbly, I acknowledge my head empty and brainless. Yet, even from idiots' lips, wisdom oft falls unexpected. And therefore more wonderful. Now, it is told in old tales of how Ieyasu met.
Short. Abrupt is thy tale. The cure, Sir Buzen. The hour passes.
I crave honourable leniency. To be brief.
Aye, brief.
Discouraged and sick at heart at the sufferings of my great lord, I was retiring to my room by way of the garden, and the hour was the hour of the fox. I heard a splashing in the pool, and drawing near, saw a young soldier washing. I spoke to him, asking, "Who art thou?"
"Retainest my lord Nabeshima, prince of Hizen,"
he answered. Then talked I with him. Of thy sickness we talked, and he was ashamed at thy samurai sleeping. He begged to be allowed to guard thy sleep. Also for, being a common soldier, it was not permitted. So earnestly talked he that I promised to consult with the other counselors and see what could be done. "So tell me your name, young sir," I said.
"Ito Soda is my name, honourable sir, and for your kind words, I thank you."
So I consulted, and the result was, we granted the request.
And he, too, has watched the 2 nights past. Aye, and he slept not, though the samurai were heavy with sleep fumes.
"I will tell."
"You are honourably hoarse. He slept not, as I say." "How kept he awake, since many slept spellbound? How broke he the spell?" "With him he brought oiled paper and laid it down on the matting. Sitting upon it, when o'er his eyes sleep stole, and wearily weighted them, he drew out his sharp dirk, and in his thigh thrust it, by pain driving the poppy fumes off. Ever and again he twisted, the dirk in his raw wound, and the thick blood drops soiled the matting, because of the oiled paper." "Indeed, this is no common soldier, this Ito Soda."
"Indeed not.
To continue.
As I was saying, O Prince, his eyes never closed. During the reign of the rat, he heard in this room Otoyo tossing and moaning, as if in great fear of something she could not escape from. Even at that same moment, as the beginnings of her moanings, came a catcall from the garden. Then nearer, then ghostly paddings as of padded claws on matting, and an evil presence seemed hovering and lurking near in the darkness. Otoyo gave a low scream, then all was silence. Soon she came stealthily, through the shoji, cat-like her step, glassy her eyes, claw-like her hands. Bent she over you with curled lips. Then she turned, even as you have said, and seeing a waking watcher, left as she came."
"The second night of Ito Soda's watching, she threatened him in low words, but he made us to stab her, and she melted before him, laughing a little, and he heard the rustle of her garments as she regained this room, though he saw not her passage hither."
"Thicker with each word the horror about me. Doubts to beliefs, beliefs to actions, love unto hate. Tell me it is not Otoyo." I questioned her maid, Kashiku, and found that Otoyo's couch was empty, even at the time of the weird visit to thee.
"So it was Otoyo! Oh, in the soul of a flower, a demon! On the sweet lips a poison!"
"There is only one course."
"The one road. And I take it."
"The samurai are gathered."
"Summon Ito Soda." "Ah, it is the fate of man here on this dark earth. Many the shapes and the shadows stalking abroad, yet even the gentle Buddha from the lotus fields watches,
and guards every life that lives. Priest, have not many vampires bleeding them, and dream it is another thing? The soul is often a vampire to the body. And that evil thing must we kill. Honorable Prince, humbly I answer thy summons. Rise, Ito Soda. Faithful beyond words art thou. This know I as all have been told me. No longer call thyself a common soldier, but a samurai of the Prince of Hizen, and the 2 swords will I get thee on the morrow. On my knees I humbly thank thee. Now, time presses. Otoyo will be coming in from the garden. As usual, shall the 100 sleepy samurai guard my couch. Let Ito Soda remain here, hidden and watchful. When Otoyo rises to enter my chamber, your dirk is sharp, Ito Soda, as a moonbeam on a cold night. And you know how to use it? I will place this screen thus. So will I wait the moment. So be it. It is a good plan. And on the one road, let us about it.